What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another podcast. I'm Emad, and I have my good buddy David. David, how are you, sir?
Howdy, howdy, good peoples. I'm doing A-okay. I don't know. I'm in the
Nice.
Pacific Northwest, so yeah.
How's the
Pray for me.
situation? Is it getting any better, or as far as the
Well,
COVID?
I'm not in Portland, so that's not
Mm.
uh so I'm fine there, but like I'm in the Seattle-ish area, so yeah, I'm getting a lot of smog. Um,
Oh, wow.
yeah. But in either case, we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about the PlayStation 5 reveal.
Oh, man.
Well,
Dude,
or spotlight event, I guess.
I am pumped, man. I liked the games that they showed, the exclusives. The first one that they showed was Final Fantasy 16. And I was excited, but I don't know. I need to see a little bit more because it just seemed very similar to Final Fantasy 15. Like the combat, it looked like it
Don't.
was set in medieval times, but I only saw one player. Oh, sorry, go ahead. I keep.
Oh, no worries. It's all good. Yeah, like I don't know like about the gameplay because like when I think I had to watch it. Well, I watched it twice, but I think it's not online, is it?
No, it didn't look like. It looked like a campaign and a story.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see
Yeah,
any multiplayer.
I don't know why. Well, I mean, I'm pretty certain I know why. It kind of gave me a whole Xenoblade type feel. I'm not certain about you, but it's. I think it's just the voice actors. I think that it's because all of them have like British type
Mm.
accents. So I don't know if that's a thing now, where either just the British voice actors are finally getting their due because they have really high caliber actors there,
Hmm.
but yeah, yeah, just it's starting to become a thing, and just I think it's kind of cool. But yeah, just had a very again Xenoblade or Xeno Chronicles type vibe. It's like, yeah,
I haven't
it's
played
kind
that
of
game.
interesting.
I have not played that game, but from what I've seen so far from the first reveal trailer, I mean, it looks interesting. I grew up with Final Fantasy. I'm probably definitely going to play it. It's interesting that it just said exclusive, so I don't know if it's a timed exclusive or if it's only on the PlayStation 5, and that's it.
And everything now is kind of more or
Timed.
less time exclusive as
Hmm.
well. On the very bottom, there's a fine print that said also available on PC.
Oh, really? I did not see that.
Yeah,
I'll have
yeah, at the
to.
very bottom.
I'll have to watch it again. Interesting. Okay. Um, moving on to the next game then.
Sure.
Okay. The next game is Spider-Man Morales. So I'm really
The
interested.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yes, I'm interested in your thoughts on it because I still have to play the 2018 Spider-Man version, but
So good.
I want to play both. Like I probably want to play that first and then play Spider-Man Morales because it looks gorgeous. The gameplay looks smooth and fun and amazing. What are your thoughts on it, man? I mean, having played the 2018 version, what are your thoughts? Are you excited for this?
Um, I'm as excited as anything else. Like, I think it's going to be a lot like. I don't think it's going to be. I'm hoping it's a full on campaign, but with the timetables, like I'm pretty certain it's going to be like Infamous First Light.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, where it's more of an offshoot, and it's probably going to be like more like a 12 to 16-hour campaign, I think.
That's
Uh,
okay. I'm cool with that. I'm
yeah,
still gonna
no,
play
no,
it,
no,
man.
yeah, no worries about that there. The Spider-Man game was it was really good. I'm not really into
Hmm.
open world games. It
Yeah.
usually takes a lot for me to get into one,
Yes.
but yeah, it was very well done. And I can't wait to play more. But I still haven't finished the DLC.
Mm.
The City That Never Sleeps.
Hmm.
I'm halfway through that campaign, and just I'm just stuck in a rut on that one. So I'm probably gonna wait until it becomes a discount game.
Nice. I don't know if you know this, but I think I asked like before we got started. But do PlayStation 4 discs work on the PlayStation 5? Like I said, I didn't watch the whole thing, but how does backward
It
compatibility work?
it's not. They didn't sedate 100% backwards compatibility. They was it? I think from what I've read prior, they're working on getting the top 100 PlayStation 4 games to work on the PlayStation 5. But as far as like 100% compatibility, I don't think they're there. I'm not quite certain what technically could be the holdup, but yeah, it's they're working on it, and hopefully they do right by the customer finally.
Yeah, so. For sure. Any other thoughts before we move on to the next game?
No, just it's the ultimate Spider-Man experience. I can't it's gonna
wait,
be pretty good.
I can't wait, man. I was pleasantly surprised by the next game. I have Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy, and if they can do like a full-blown RPG, like I think it could be really interesting. I haven't really played a Harry Potter game, but of course I enjoyed the movies. So if they can make it right, I mean, I definitely wouldn't mind checking it out. I'm a little skeptical, but I'm like kind of excited at the same time.
Yeah, potential's always there. But the thing is, did they even show any actual like what the gameplay would be? I think they were just showing a bunch of backdrops and animations and stuff. I don't know if I don't know anything about that. Like just other than hey, it's here. they're making a Hogwarts game, and it's gonna be either it's gonna be MMO or it's gonna be like open world type thing. I don't know.
They were hyping it up, man. They're like the choices you make and this and that. I'm like, ooh, you can make choices and stuff.
Well, you did like Fable.
Oh yeah,
you did like Fable. So like yeah, I can see that.
If it's anything like Fable, I will definitely play it because Fable was such an amazing game. But yeah, they didn't really show us too much gameplay, so it's kind of speculation for now of what type of game it'll be. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see on that. The next one is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I don't know. I'm just so burnt out from Call of Duty. I don't even want to talk about it. David, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm just so burnt out from Call of Duty.
Let's move on.
I'm gonna skip it if that's okay.
It's Call of Duty. Let's move on.
Moving on. Okay. The next game though, Resident Evil 8 Village.
I need to play Resident Evil 7.
Dude, I recently played through that and I beat it, and it was a great game. I enjoyed it. It was a different vibe, from Resident Evil 2 remake. It was scary. The graphics were nice. The gameplay was slowed down a little bit, so it created more tension. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it. So I'm hoping it's a continuation. I don't know if it's a continuation of the story, but it looked like it had Chris, our buddy.
Yeah, Chris Proper.
Yes.
Because from what I heard in Resident Evil 7, they couldn't find an actor that looked enough like him to face scan. So that's why. So I heard that he looks totally different in 7. Like he doesn't look like any of the old Chris Redfields.
Yeah, he does look different. I'm excited, man. It has freaking werewolves. Like this is gonna be so cool. I just I love Resident Evil. Yeah. I know you love Resident Evil.
I love Resident. I love me Resident Evil. I still need to play 7, but I need to. I need you guys with me, you and Paul.
So. Yeah, man, we got to do that. Well, we'll watch you play it. Yeah, so Resident Evil 8, I'm down. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be fun. Moving on to the next game, I have Time Loop, and I was kind of confused about this one. I was like, I don't know. I'm not.
Do you like Dishonored? Do you like Snipey? Do you like Groundhog's Day? Do you? I don't know.
I like the movie Groundhog's Day. Groundhog Day. But the game, I don't know. For me, it didn't seem too interesting. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. So this looks kind of cool.
I haven't picked. I'm glad I'm glad I didn't pick up Devil May Cry 5. I feel bad for everyone that did.
Yeah, me too. So, but I'm sure they had to blast playing it. I haven't played Devil May Cry since the second one. So I played Devil May Cry 1 and 2. I don't even know if I got past that. But I like the series as a whole.
2 was not. Yeah.
The first one was amazing.
The first. What was it? I think it's I think the second one was just supposed to be the big misstep, and everything else is all gravy after that.
But it looks great, man. I wouldn't mind picking that up. Like maybe when it goes on sale or something. I would love to play that on the PS5. So that is a game. Capcom, you are doing good. Keep up the good work, Capcom.
That won't be an exclusive, I don't think, would it?
I don't know, but
okay.
I wouldn't mind playing it on the PS5. It's going to be beautiful. Nice. Oddworld Soulstorm.
Yeah.
I'm not too, to be honest with you, I'm not too familiar with the Oddworld series, so you'll have to fill us in, man. What are your
It's
thoughts?
a cinematic platformer, kind of like a Prince of Persia, where you would where you have to just get from where you have to survive screen to screen, and then every little screen is kind of a puzzle. Just played through New and Tasty with my brother Paul, and had lots of fun with that. It's gonna be good.
So, like, are you excited for it?
I'm so excited for it. So.
Nice, dude. Next one is weird. I think it's called Five Nights at Freddy's. I barely remember it. Pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one, dude. I am really pumped about this. I know it's not your kind of game. Demon Souls. I am so excited. Hold on. Can we just take 1 minute?
Best game ever.
1 minute on this. The first game I really got into was Bloodborne. Like before that, I never played Dark Souls or a Demon Souls game. And I think I told you the story before, but the first time I played Bloodborne, I was like, this game sucks, man. It was just hard, and I played for a little bit, and I'm like, I don't like it. And then I took a break, but then when I played it again, something clicked with the combat. And it went from like stressful and frustrating to a rewarding experience. And it was kind of on and off throughout the whole game. Like, some bosses were just so frustrating, but the combat in the game was so well done. It's like a lot of the times, if you're dying, it's your fault. You didn't dodge properly, or you didn't do something properly. So when you beat a tough boss or a tough opponent, it's very rewarding. So I had a great time with Bloodborne. I played the majority of Dark Souls 3. That kind of makes me want to play it again. So this is my kind of game. I'm excited for it. I don't know if it's an exclusive or not, but I'm really pumped for this game. I can't wait to play it.
Nice.
Do you think that they'll, you know how like The Last of Us, they remade it, or not remade it, but you were able to play it again on the PS4? Do you think remastered? Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. Do you think that they're going to do that for The Last of Us 2? Because I really want to play that, like that game and Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
You need to play that game so we can talk about that. I'm not even going to comment on that until you played it.
That's the thing. I want to play it. Hopefully, I'll be able to.
Everyone in the comment section, no spoilers. Do not spoil anything for Mad.
You know they're gonna right after you said that, they're gonna go to the comments section and blurt out some stuff. Dude, yeah, I want to play that so bad. I really enjoyed The Last of Us Part 1, so that might be one of the first games that I played.
I love playing Last of Us Part 1 with you. That was so much fun.
It's a great game, dude. Great story. I'm hoping the second one is at least as good as the first one. Don't say anything. No spoilers. But I'm hoping it'll be just as good, you know. I'm hoping they'll allow me to play it when the PS5 launches. That should definitely be a game.
I'm sure you can at least play the base version. So, yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be something that they can remap. I don't know. Just the thing is,
too early, right?
Well, the thing is, they could probably do the whole 4K. They can do the 4K 60 frames per second, or even 120 frames per second, depending on whatever they do. And I don't know, put in HDR sound.
I'm sure it's going to be nice either way. I mean, I'm probably not going to wait for a remaster version. I'm probably going to. That's probably one of the first games I'll play when I get the PS5.
Then we'll talk.
Then we'll do a whole podcast on that if you'd like.
But I would love that.
I'm down for that, man. Dude, I don't know if you just. I'm interested in the price now. So there's two different PlayStations, right? So there's one PlayStation with a disc drive, and there's another PlayStation without a disc drive. And it seems like that's the only difference. Is that right? Or are there any other differences?
Pretty much.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Like, do you feel like
it's not? I'm a fan of physical media, especially that I need something that can play 4K Ultra HD. I need something that can play 4K Ultra HD discs. So if anything, I might get the disc version just for that.
you know, I'm thinking about it now. I mean, it's just $100 more. Like, cause when I first,
The drive's not worth $100.
I know they should have made it like 50. Like maybe it was 450 instead of 500. But I don't really
Yeah.
use. I'm kind of the opposite now. Before I really liked like physical media, but now I don't care if it's all digital. Like for me,
Oh
the
no,
benefit.
for
Yeah.
games, like yeah, like they're game collecting is not what it used to be.
Hmm.
So like especially with newer games, because they're constantly getting remastered, they're constantly getting updated, and just the packaging is as yeah, just the packaging on games now just are terrible. They don't even come with instruction manuals.
Hmm.
Yeah, just yeah, it's not yeah, it's very much not worth getting a lot of physical media, except for cartridge re-releases. Shout out to Retrobit for re-releasing the Toa Plan collection. Comes out in January. So,
Nice, man. So it sounds like you're more interested in getting the PlayStation with the drive, so you can watch media in 4K or like have physical
yeah,
media.
but I mean, you know me, I'm gonna probably wait, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna wait till there's a special edition that comes out. I'm all about the limited edition stuff.
Wait, wait,
So
wait. So we're not gonna get it together? I thought we are gonna wait in line and do our tradition.
oh, if we're gonna do that, then yes, then yes, I will totally get one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me
But the
know.
thing is, yeah, you gotta let me know, man. We got like less than a month to work to. We got a little more than a month. But
Yes,
we got about 2 months. We got
it's
about two. Okay, we got 2 months to plan this out.
it's coming on
So
November, right? November 12th or something like that.
November 12th. So a
Wow.
little less than 2 months. So like we got to plan this stuff out.
Okay,
But
I'm hoping the situation will be better by then. But if we are able to do something like that, that'll be fun. Like
yeah, that would yeah, totally.
it, it just reminds me of when we waited in line for the 360 back in
Yeah,
that was back in 2005,
six.
2006.
2005, I think you're right. Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, we gotta do it again, man. That's fun. Um,
No problem.
so the price, so
Yeah.
the PlayStation without the disc drive, it's 400, and the
Yeah.
PlayStation with a disc drive is 500. So
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you
You
think
know
about that?
you know they waited they waited till till Microsoft released
Hmm.
their pricing before they pulled the trigger just so they can undercut them.
Hmm.
That's I don't know how I like that.
You know
Like
what
I
though?
mean like it's good for the consumer, but
Hmm.
it just yeah, that was yeah, like just making us wait all summer is like yeah.
You know what though? At least it's the same console, basically with the same power. It seems like with the Xbox, they're two completely different consoles. Like the more
Mhm.
expensive one, it's more powerful than what is it called? Xbox Series S.
Uh, yeah, Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know. I don't like that. I mean, it's great that it's 300, but it's like, what's the point?
the point is if you don't need 4K gaming, because it can
Hmm.
do, it can play all the games up to 1440p.
Hmm.
So if you want to get into the next generation games, but don't need a 4K, don't need it to be in 4K,
Hmm.
then this is the box for you type of thing. Because like right now, I outside of a new gaming monitor I picked up, I don't have anything more than 1080p on
Hmm.
me. So like it's not something like well, I mean, I'm not gonna get either of them right now, but
Hmm.
that's neither here nor there. But like, yeah, like they're yeah, you're not really missing out. Like if it's not rendering in 4K, then you don't need as much horsepower to play the same. But yeah, it's definitely. I'm pretty certain it's going to be causing more problems in the future than uh, than solutions. But I do appreciate that Microsoft is trying to be more consumer friendly Because let's say let's say your son wants to really wants the new Xbox because to play Fortnite with his buddies in his room and whatnot, and you don't want, and you don't want to shell out $500 just for
Hmm.
something for him to play in his room, but maybe $300. It's a more accessible price point.
That makes sense. I guess it just kind of concerns me. You're right. Like I feel like it's going to cause more issues in the future because it is a more powerful console, the Xbox Series X, as compared to the S. So I know that they'll be playing the same games, but it seems like you
Let's
get.
just call it Xbox and S box, shall we?
Yeah, I know those are long names. Or
S box.
can it, or go back to numbers like Xbox 3? Like I get confused because the Xbox One X, that's the latest that they released, right? That's the
Yeah,
latest. But the newest one is
yeah,
Xbox
and
Series
they're
X.
going to come out with a new one next year
What do you think they'll
or
call
2
it?
years. Well, it'll be the Xbox Series X, but it'll be like the 2021 version or 2022. Like it'd be like that. Like they're gonna start numbering. They're gonna start numbering them at some point. But the thing is
Hmm.
that they're trying to set a platform. Is what they're trying to do. And yeah, the issues are gonna abound because once it's going to be the whole PC issue again, where everything's going to have to start catering to the lowest common denominator. So if the Xbox Series S is going to be the lowest common denominator, then get, developers that are going to be developing for that are going to have to develop for 4 gigs of memory in mind as opposed to, was it 4 or 8? I don't remember like how much memory I have. I just remember it's an obscenely small amount of memory.
Hmm. And that's what's concerning is that hopefully it doesn't hold back the developers of making the games that they really want. Because now they
Oh,
have
it
to
will.
care. It will, yeah.
It will. Did you take a look at Halo? The Halo reveal? The Halo Infinite reveal?
I gotta check it out again. I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Oh man, it looks rough. I feel bad for
Mm.
it. Like I feel bad for them showing it off. I mean, the problem is that they had to cater to the the original Xbox One, which is vastly underpowered to compared to the Xbox One X, and then just the way technology scale is going to be really weird, and you're going to have everyone keeps saying it, but yeah, like consoles are like these consoles are trying to be more like PCs, and it's gonna become a PC landfill at this point.
Hmm.
I feel bad
Um,
because I'm a console gamer.
so wait a minute. So, for example, if they release a game on the Xbox, are you going to be able to play it on the next gen and the current gen? Is that their goal?
Yeah, currently. Like the thing
Oh
is,
man.
eventually they will fit. It'll be like I think the way they're trying to get into it is it's going to be like the cell phone model, where eventually like your Xbox One is not going to like be compatible with the Xbox Series S 4 games type. Like yeah. At a certain point they will start tapering it off, but yeah, they're going to have a large window.
That's what they kind of did when the current gens first came out, right? Like they released one or two games, and you were able to play it on both systems, like like the Xbox One
Uh,
and the 360. And then right after that, then it was only developed for the Xbox One, right? Like that didn't last too long, did it?
I don't know about that. Like they had, I mean, with the Xbox One, there were a bunch of Xbox 360 games that they retrofitted to work on that to be compatible with that, and with the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. from what I understand, they had the cross buy where they had two different versions, and you couldn't put in you couldn't put in a PS3 disc in a PS4 and expect to play it. No.
See, so I guess I feel like PlayStation has the leg up because they're not going to have these issues in the future. They're going to have two different consoles. The only difference is that one has a disc drive and the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
But with Xbox, and another thing, I'm leaning more towards the PlayStation because right now I mainly game on PC, and I feel like whatever game is going to come out on the Xbox, it's going to come out on the PC, anyways. But with the PlayStation, it's not like that all the time. Like just recently, Horizon Dawn just released on the PC. And that's like several years after the game came out, right? Like I don't remember when it came out, but
yeah, it's been a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I'm still going back and forth if it's worth getting the PlayStation without a disc drive or with a disc drive.
Undoubtedly, you're gonna need to upgrade the memory on the storage on the PS5 and the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think about it that way. If you buy the discless version, you'll have an extra $100 you can use towards expanding the memory, expanding the storage.
Exclusive games. I feel like the PlayStation had better exclusive games than the Xbox. What do you think?
Had or have? Yeah, they've always had.
Yeah, that's a good point. They had, and then I feel like they will have for this current gen as well.
Yeah, PlayStation since the PS3 has had really good exclusives. I mean, PS2's had really good exclusives too, but I mean, just first. I'm just talking about just first party developed games. They really got really crafty with the PS3.
Did they mention any other games that were coming out like exclusive on the PlayStation 5 that's not coming out on launch? Like, is there something on your radar that you're excited for?
And I forgot the name of it. It was on the, I don't know, it was one of those little indie type titles where you had the guy running dangerous errands for this rich guy. Yeah. In either case, like, I don't have anything that's too for the next generation. I don't have anything on the radar that's a must have.
Mm-hmm.
So there's, not too much for me there. How about you?
It seems like it's kind of always been like that. Whenever the console launches, whichever one it is, like the games aren't normally that good. Like you have to wait like a few months or so after it launches.
Launch games are notoriously not the best.
So I guess for me, like I'm just excited to play the games that I missed on the PlayStation 4 until better games come out on the PlayStation 5. So that's what I'm really looking forward to.
And that kind of works out for you too, because you don't have a PS4 right now. So
yes, unfortunately.
Yeah. Because I have a PS4 right now, so there's really no immediate need for me to jump onto the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think storage is going to be enough? That like how much do you think the extra storage is going to be? Because I heard for the Xbox the little expansion modules are probably going to be hella expensive.
What's the storage on the PlayStation 5 currently?
It's going to be 860 some odd gigs or 830 gigs, something like that. 800 and change.
I don't feel like that's enough. Like, especially.
Oh no, it's totally not enough to like for prolonged use. But I mean, yeah, as far as price per dollar because of the type of NVMe storage they're using. I mean, I'm pretty certain they had to really chip away to try and get us that much. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I feel like we need at least 2 terabytes of storage, and that way, especially if that's one thing that they could have done with the PlayStation that doesn't have a disk drive is maybe increase the storage on that, so that way you don't have to worry about filling up the space. Because you're mainly playing digital, right? Like, I wish they would have thought about that. That just kind of, I thought occurred to me right now. But and also with the new generation games, they're probably going to be larger than the current gen, right? So they're going to take up more space faster.
Yeah, yeah, you're gonna have 4K textures and whatnot, but from what I've read, an interesting thing is with the optical with I'm sorry, with the normal disk media, because assets are when assets are built in different parts of the game, if it's the same asset, it has to be you're trying to render the like a street background, and you had assets from a different level. You're gonna have to duplicate those assets, like 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 street signs, and the textures for the floor and stuff, and like cars and stuff. Like you're gonna have to duplicate that,
Hmm.
in that sector, because it would take too much time to have the disk head move all the way from one sector of the disk to load, and just move back to because you're gonna have it move back and forth so often, it's gonna take super long to load. Where with the new storage option with the PlayStation 5, it can stream so fast into RAM that you only need to have that asset in one location. So as opposed to like having like certain texture packs and certain assets built, duplicated multiple times on your disk, it only needs to be on there once, and then it can fetch from there. So games might not be as big this generation, at least for PlayStation 5 exclusives, as you might think.
Okay, that's good
So
news
that's
then.
yeah,
Yeah, thank
yeah.
you for explaining that. So in that case, then, yeah, if they're not like 60 and 70 gigabytes large, then hopefully you can fit in more games. But
Yeah.
I don't know, 1 terabyte or a little bit less than that. I don't feel like that's enough.
Storage is never going to be enough.
Mm,
But yeah, so hopefully when the PS5 gets released, they'll hopefully quickly have the compatibility list of NVMe drives to swap out. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
nice. Um, any other thoughts on the PlayStation 5, or are you excited for it
Uh,
in general?
I'm excited for what may come, but for the current crop of games, I mean, there's some good games out there, but I don't know, like I'm just enjoying what I have right now.
Nice, man.
So, how about, how about you, man?
I mean, I'm excited. Like I was saying, I'm excited to play the games that I missed. Um, and so it's exciting to get a new console. Uh,
Yes.
and I'm kind of glad that they cut down the price. I was expecting like 6 and 500, because I knew about the
Yeah,
two different.
that's probably what they were. That's probably what they were shooting for. Uh, but when but they knew that Microsoft might undercut them, and that's that's why we had this whole game of chicken during the summer.
I think it was a
uh,
smart move though, because if they didn't do that, then
oh yeah, yeah.
Microsoft would have
They,
won
they
from the beginning.
I am pretty certain the PS5 wouldn't have had as much of a won't have would have a tougher time gaining the lead. But as far as the yeah, it is, I don't know. Like the weird thing is, like $600 is like that seems to be like the breaking point for a lot of people, and
That's a
like
lot of money, man.
no, 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 it is. But I mean, yeah, with the way the like technology has grown, and just how powerful these machines are, and don't forget about the tariffs. Like, yeah, I was actually
Mhm.
expecting them to clock in at 600. Yeah, so
Hmm.
I'm kind of good. Oh, what do you think about the color scheme?
I like it. I think it looks nice. Um, I like the shape without the disk drive. I think it
Yeah,
looks nicer.
yeah,
With the
I can see
disc,
that.
it's like it kind of messes up the symmetry.
Yeah, big ivory tower. So,
And I wonder how big it's going to be. Like, I guess
oh, it's gonna be huge.
so it's going to be a lot bigger than the PlayStation 4.
Oh, it's gonna be huge.
Oh, you know what I'm worried about? I hope
It's,
it doesn't turn
it's
into a
not gonna
jet
fit in
engine.
here.
I hope it doesn't turn into a jet engine like the PlayStation 4. You know what I'm talking about? The jet engine sound. I got to get
Yeah,
a
you
clip and play
mentioned
that.
it.
So
You mentioned it. I'm glad I don't notice it, but yeah.
dude, it gets so
Yeah.
loud. I remember when I had mine before I donated it to my nephew. It would just get so loud. Like if I'm playing on the TV, I'd have to crank up the volume just so I can hear what I'm playing.
Uh,
So I'm hoping that they fix this with the PlayStation 5. Please fix this. We don't want to hear jet engine noise.
are there any features you'd like that haven't been announced that you would be interested in seeing in the next generation?
That's a good question. As a streamer, it would be cool if they could implement that into the hardware itself. You know how like with a PC, it can record, it can stream. That would be nice. I mean, just for streamers, if they had that built in. And if you're not a streamer and you don't have to worry about
Yeah,
it, that's cool. But
you never you gave up your PS4 too soon because yeah, that's what the share button was all about
you
on the
could
PS4.
you can. I mean, I thought you needed like what's it called? Like another piece of device, like an Elgato or something to stream.
No, there was a share button. You can stream Twitch
Really?
and I YouTube or something. Yeah, yeah. It's very yeah. PS4 is very streamer friendly from what I understand, and
I didn't even know
yeah,
you can do that. I always thought that you had to have another device to the Elgato, whatever it's called.
yeah. No, the PS4 is constantly recording, which is what I love. Well, not love, but like the what I thought was brilliant about the PS4 when I first heard about it was the was that that it had a separate chip for the user interface background stuff. So like I don't know if they're gonna continue doing that with the PS5. I'm not quite certain about that because I don't hear anything. But I mean, I'm hoping that they continue keeping that separate, as well as like if they had a separate memory banks for it, so it doesn't need like the super fast DDR4 stuff. But I mean, yeah, that's pipe dream is just have two separate systems inside one. And I would really love for them to have a PS like I would love for them to reopen up the old PlayStation Store and have a like I wouldn't even mind paying for it. Like if they had like a PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 emulator on like available for purchase on like digitally where you just buy where you would just
Hmm.
buy it, you'd run the app on your PS5 and then you can either pop in your old PlayStation discs or play or download or repurchase. Oh well, I would not like to repurchase all the games I bought off the PS Network store, but like if I can import my PlayStation PS1 Classic and PS2 games, and as well as my PS3 digital games onto the PS5, like using that emulator, type architecture or whatnot. Like I would love for them to do that. Because PlayStation 5 because Sony is the front runner, they have no need to curry favor with us peons. And that's the whole reason why, I doubt we'll ever get that. And that's yeah. So that makes me sad. But,
I agree with you. That would be really cool if they had emulators or some type of way where you can play the older games, like from PlayStation 1 all the way up to PlayStation 5.
yeah.
But
And just like have something official for us to, give money back to the developers or whatnot. It's like, it's just because, there are so many great, like yeah, old game like I don't want to say old games, but yeah, old games like there's this PS1 game I really wanted to play. I still want to play called Gunner's Heaven. It was a total knockoff of Gunstar Heroes, but like just it was on the PlayStation 1, single player shoot 'em up, and just yeah, if they were to give me some way to play that, like I would be in heaven. Or just old games like that. I would be in heaven. So
nice. What about you? What other features, I guess, other than backwards compatibility or emulators on the PS5? What
Yeah.
other? What would you like to see?
I've been really digging the PS4 share play with my brother. A lot of PlayStation games, they won't allow you to mix multiplayer. I'm sorry, online multiplayer and couch co-op. I was actually playing with your brother Ayed and his wife Ayumi. Um, was it Paul? It was Paul, Ayed, Ayumi, and I. We wanted to play, and Ayed and Ayumi had to take turns because they couldn't play on the same console at the same time with us.
Boo! They need to fix that for the PlayStation
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
Fix that,
So
Sony. I think if you can think of anything else, I think that kind of wraps it up for the PlayStation 5 for now, unless there's other news that comes out. The price seems reasonable. I think I'm just going to be debating if I want to get it with a disk drive or not. But I liked your idea of just getting it without the disk drive and maybe the other 100 invest in storage, because it definitely
yeah,
sounds
I
like
mean,
we'll probably need
I
it.
would say wait till you need I would say wait till you need to pull the trigger on the storage. But yeah, just the $100 you save on the disk drive, will definitely help towards getting more storage on it. So
And you know what? I think it's a really good deal because when the PlayStation 3 came out, wasn't it like $600? From what
yep,
I remember, $600 for a console.
$600.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, and then now for a PlayStation 5, $400. I feel like I'm advertising for them. Like, I think that's such a great deal. I'm so pumped, man. I'm excited.
yeah, $400 would be pretty good for it. So
But yeah, let us. I guess let us know what you think in the comments. Are you excited for the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox? And for the PlayStation 5, which console are you interested in getting? The one with a disc drive or the one without the disc drive to save $100? David, any last comments or anything else you want to say?
no, not really. Just yeah, I hope your viewers have enjoyed this, and yeah, have a great one, guys.
Thanks, man. And thank you guys for watching and listening. Until next time, peace.
Ciao for now.
Hey guys, I just wanted to add another thought after watching a video by Bellular News. Mispronouncing that. I'll include the clip in the description. But he mentioned some pretty interesting things regarding the digital only PlayStation 5 console, in that it's a trap and don't get the digital version because the games are going to be really expensive. I think he mentioned like $70 per game. So I just thought that was very fascinating. I have a different perspective on it, and that would really suck. I mean, can you imagine if you don't have the disk drive and you're at their mercy basically, where you could only buy games from the PlayStation Store, and if they don't have, I don't want to say if they don't have any sales, but if they don't reduce the price or have a lot of discounts, then like I said, you're at their mercy, and it's going to be very costly. So this is making me think twice about getting a digital only, because I normally don't pay full price for games unless it's something I really want to play, like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Cyberpunk 2077 when that comes out. But yeah, very interesting video. Please watch the full video in the link below. I was kind of leaning towards digital, but now I'm not sure. I might just invest a little bit more and get a disc drive just in case I'm able to find games that are on sale, and I'll have more freedom to shop around for games. So yep, I just wanted to add that on here real quick. Yeah, check out the video from Bellular News, and take it easy.